video game.
Okay, yeah, I don't care.
Oh,
Nursing home.
Shader
it's fucking-
compilation process? Why is this part of the video
yeah,
game?
you're not interested in Detroit become the guy?
What? Are you
This is-
playing Detroit Become Human? I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
I didn't see
Yeah.
This is
Oh, okay.
the fantasy racism experience.
I don't think
Hey, no,
anyone
it's
with a brain
sci-fi
cares about
racism.
cyberpunk robot racism.
Hey, I like Detroit Become Human. By liked, I mean I liked watching gameplay of it. Because I don't play games, but you know, I thought it was neat.
Holy shit!
I'm not gonna say it's like the deepest thing ever, but like, you know, I think it's generally cool when, you know, they have like the whole like
the
oh
peakest thing ever.
well, no, I'm just saying like you know, when it's like, oh, choose your own, like actually get your own ending games, but like it's not like games like The Walking Dead where it's like your ending basically is the same no matter what.
Beyond Two Souls was good. None of his other works are good.
I booted this game up not realizing it was going to do shader compilation process, so that's like...
Yeah, it's gonna take a bit.
Don't quit the game until the process is complete either, by the way. I've never seen a game need to do anything like this, ever.
Is Beyond Two Souls the one where she's like psychic or something? And then I remember like the opening scene is like they're testing her or whatever, and then like there's something, and then they do like a flash forward, and like she escapes
she has
or something.
Like a spirit inside of her, and they test her control over the spirit.
Mm-hmm. I did watch. So as you could tell from the fact I know like kind of the beginnings of it, I watched like gamers like YouTube gamers let's players like, you know, their first episode of the game, but I did not watch beyond that.
Did not watch the rest of it.
No, I didn't. I don't know how old it came out when I was.
It's a pretty old one.
It's decently old.
It was on the PS3, so 2013 maybe.
Let me see. Beyond Two Souls. Two Souls came out. Yeah, 2013. So I was quite literally.
I was 10.
Yeah, I was. Well, let me see what day it came out. Okay, yeah, I would have been 9. Yeah, I would have been 9.
Huge.
Huge. Yeah.
It's on Steam. I didn't know that.
Recording, not realizing it would do this.
I forgot which. There was something I wanted to recommend Josh recently, which was like, it's about fantasy racism. I forgot what it is.
I do love fantasy racism.
Bando, I did want to say earlier when we were talking about Killing Stalking, and you were like, that doesn't seem like the age to watch it. One, I forgot to make the joke of like, well, that's what happens when you have like completely unrestricted access to the internet as a child.
Yeah.
And then also, I was like, well, you see, it was. If I didn't read Killing Stalking as a 12-year-old, I would have never hit the pipeline of eventually, you know, reading Lychee Light Club and recommending it to you. So, truthfully, Bando, you should be thankful I read it.
Also, 12 isn't like the... in terms of like content...
I don't know about that one, though.
12 isn't... I'll start again, because I'm struggling to word my point. In terms of content, 12 is too young for Killing Stalking. But in terms of actual target demographic, I think 12-year-olds are the majority of the fans.
I know. I would say,
no.
I just know that
honestly,
the fans are typically.
It's more like 14 through 16. I would say, like you know, I would say that's probably a large majority of people who are reading it. I mean, because listen, I read it. I didn't read it through any app. I read it through Instagram accounts that would post the panels at when like each new chapter dropped. And that was my favorite reading experience.
That sounds like how it's meant to be consumed, yeah.
It was great. It was perfect. You guys have no clue how like deep I was in like Instagram communities and stuff when I was like 12 and 13.
RPs with other girls, the characters.
Well, I was not okay. Actually, I never did RP, which I'm shocked is another thing I never got into. I just don't think I'm like creative. Like I even struggle with D&Ds and stuff. Like I don't think I'm.
What the fuck?
There enough to do like RP and stuff.
You just gush over the little cute guy being your child.
I do. I just like to gush over. I mean, that's literally all I do is like
Gushing over the little guy.
Well, like, when I send, like, character images, I'm like, yo, look at them being so cool and silly. And then, like, when I send my own art, I'm like, yo, look at them, they're so silly. Like, that's literally all I do.
Hey, today we got some good. We got a little guy.
Yeah.
It's true.
Why did you give little guy a hat, by the way? Where'd that come from?
Because we were talking about that,
Yeah,
remember?
no, that was part of the thing.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
He doesn't have to be wearing a hat, like, in canon, but we mentioned it, so I decided to do it.
Quahog is holding a shield in gameplay mechanics, but not in canon, as an easy example. Also,
that's
every
mine
thumbnail,
too. Yeah.
Quahog is still in the winter outfit. Quahog is not wearing the winter outfit.
All of them are still in winter outfits. I'm too lazy to redraw them.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, Quahog's normal fit, or the version without the trench coat, is, to be fair, like, adequate for all weather conditions, I'll say.
A lot of people should always be wearing these sort of clothes.
To be fair, you are pantsless, so, like, you know, it's not like you're gonna be like, ooh, I'm too hot for the weather, like, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people keeps having, like, the silly hat version put on in the thumbnails and stuff, but then it's, like, not the canonical version. He doesn't actually wear the silly hat. It's like...
No, he does.
If he wanted to be extra silly, he could, but he doesn't generally at all.
Well, I drew it, so it's got to be appreciated in the thumbnails.
It's a good version. It's a good version. Is that the canonical size of little guy?
I don't know. Wolfie blew it up, so I don't know. I just drew it.
I had to sit him somewhere, and if I like put him anywhere else, he'd cover a bunch of the cast.
It's a dog size, you know.
Like, you guys know the Gudetama image.